Pixie. Doing another video. Just wondering with OMAD or fasting about muscle loss. Now, as for me, I don't think I've lost muscle, but doing it, there's a few things it does do. One, it resets your natural biorhythms. So I'm finding that I've got a fair amount of energy in the day, and at night though, however, your energy levels start to drop naturally. So I think before any exercise before 8 o'clock will be fine. After 8, your body starts slowing down. You could do exercise, but I suggest maybe a cold bath or something. Just want to lower your heart rate. I was listening to my heart rate in the bath actually. It was at its rest rate. It went dum 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 dum. It was like that bloody machine out of Star Trek. I could hear it though. I was listening in the bath. I was just which is a good trick to do actually. You should be able to hear your own heart rate if you're relaxed. Depends how high your blood pressure is. If you've got quite low blood pressure, you might not notice much. But in the bath with your ears underwater, and I had it just so my nose was out, and I just opened my eyes for a little bit. My eyes stung a little bit because the bath water is not the same as my tears are. And then I opened it again, it was fine. I didn't use any soaps or anything in the bath. Just chilled out and normal water. And maybe for a cold bath, you don't necessarily have to put, you put the cold tap on, and I used the same bath water twice yesterday. So run a cold bath, and I've had ice in it. And then after my shift, I did about 11 o'clock at night, so it doesn't interrupt your sleep or anything like that. So I dipped in it for a bit. I was in there for about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. Just laid under there. I just felt the cool and just relax. And then I was just listening to my heartbeat, and from my ear I could probably, with the water as well, I could hear my heartbeat. And I had my hand, I was just like concentrating on it. And I was worried because it was slowing down. I could hear it slowing down, but it was slowing down. It wasn't a steady slow down. It went dun, dun, dun. It's all like dun, dun, dun. So it's quite interesting. But yeah, it's natural, and because if you go too cold, it could be more of an endurance thing. You may get a similar effect. You may get a peaked effect anyway with it just being a cold environment, but not a freezing cold environment, because your body's naturally got to adapt. It's already put the immersion heater on, or the stove's switched on because it needs the extra warmth. So it's already doing that. If you're shivering, I don't think you've adapted yet to the cold, or you can't. So maybe you shouldn't go that cold. Basically, your body's having to work a lot harder than, it's good if you want endurance. It's having the muscles are working a lot harder to keep you warm and to keep blood circulating. So that's what it's doing. It's boosting, as well as it does other things like exercising the muscles. Because some muscles you won't tap into. They're just they're too much into your core. A few other things I've got to do with my health improvement is I need to get a new mattress for my bed. I mean, Cole Robson's quite correct, the snake diet bloke. I mean, he sleeps on a yoga mat. It's probably quite useful. On occasion, when it's been too hot, I've slept on a beanbag in my front room, and that's been pretty flat after in the morning. Some 6-foot long beanbag. It's just like a single bed. I can sleep probably better in a single bed than I could in a double bed. But there's always this stigmatism. I was talking about something else. Of having, you've got to have a double bed. I mean, sure, if you'd have someone to sleep over, it's probably nicer. And I did like the idea of a hammock, actually, sleeping in a hammock. I'm not too sure how that would be. you know, I think just adapting yourself to sort of sleep different places. Sleeping directly on the floor though, you'll find yourself ribache, unless you harden up your body. But if it's causing you ribache and aches, like on your pelvis or whatever, you lie on your side on a blooming hard floor, then you can become hardened to it, but it's still having the same impact effect. So, you know, it's a bit like a painkiller. It may take away the pain, but the cause is always there. Unless you fix the cause, you're just dealing with the effect, and that's it. You're not dealing with the root issues of it. So yeah, anything else interesting? Yeah, I've got 2 different types of henbane, but I think is quite interesting. I don't have to do a plant video on that. And I've got some hemp I was growing. It seems to have be seeding itself now. It's quite interesting. So getting it's got momentum. Might as well use it. Cranked it up, and then just ease into it. So I think, yeah, generally things are on the up for myself, which is good because, you know, 6 months on, that's where you should be really. And that's quite important with timelines and planning stuff. Don't think of just the short term. If you concentrate on the short term, then you might lose out on the long term goals. Like, for instance, losing weight's great, but you know, the autophagy's been great as well. I mean, my skin looks better. People say you look a bit younger as well. I may do something with my eyes. There was something about resculpting the I think it's resculpting the corneal. So what it is contact lenses that are quite firm, and you wear them at night, and they will change the shape of the eye. They will make the eye, encourage it to be in a particular shape, which corrects the eyesight. And the results are pretty quick. You only need a few weeks on it, because your eye's like jelly, so it's just holding it in these rigid contact lenses. It may go back to its normal shape. I mean, it could also be that I might have to do like some major dry fast. I'm wondering about that. See, before I was born, I think my mum had an infection. Now, the issue she had was that she had been given something to reduce her immune system's responses, because she was a negative blood type and I was a positive one, I believe. So she's the elusive O negative, while my father's A positive. But you end up getting both. I think you might get both benefits. Who knows? It's quite an interesting thing. Because even though you might have one type of blood, you still get some other proteins from the other one. So it wouldn't be quite the same. But I think genetically the blood's fine, because the other ones, they've got genes they're not using for whatever reason. That might be to avoid infection, and also other beings that they're. Because we talk about food sources and things. What are you doing? But some food sources have certain blood types. So it could be that if you're eating something too similar to yourself, maybe you would try to change so you're not eating something genetically the same as yourself. There might be some other reasons. Like there's more Asians, there's more of B-type blood in the Asian population than there is in the whites. So it's interesting. Like A&O is higher. A&O in the I think Negroid and Caucasian is the same sort of blood ratios of mixes. Yeah, I just make sure I say it's being politically correct. I think it means like black of skin or something like that. The Caucasian mountains. So I don't know. Just what my instincts or my intuitions telling me. Yeah. So there's a black skin type really, that's what me. But white skin's a bit of an unusual term. It's something that was, I don't know, developed at a later date. It's just a segregation tool, really. You're white, I'm black, or whatever. When actually we're a type of Asian, like called the core Asian, Caucasian. So yeah, just a different species. It doesn't really matter. Get over caught up with it. Trying to think there's anything else. No, just keep on grinding, I guess. Anyway, this is Pixie sign off and speak to you soon. Bye.